Hey there, this is Karen, Coffee with Karen. I'm laying here and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if anybody else feels this. Um, I've noticed that on YouTube, I can only listen to the intuitives right now. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I can't listen to any news, not mainstream news, but I can't listen to anybody talking about moving. I can't listen to anyone who's like trying to prepare what life will be like under the that new administration. Like I'm like, is this just denial or I mean, I literally am looking at them like you this is a ridiculous conversation. Why is nobody talking about the things that are just not that are just odd, the things that are why is anybody talking about that kind of stuff, like the stuff that's not making sense? And I don't know if it's just the intuitives that understand this, which is everybody here in the community. I'm just facilitating. Everybody here who understands this are, you are, it's like the intuitives all of a sudden are rising up and understanding. I can't even, these are people that I've enjoyed listening to up until the election. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that, why are you even, why are you even making plans for January? And so I don't know. Is anybody else having this issue? I don't even know if it's an issue, but it's like I don't think I'm in denial. I have no tolerance for it. I expect people to be talking about just the craziness that went on and how is this even possible? Like just questioning what is going on. But they're like, oh, just moving on with the news. Like, seriously? No, no, I'm not moving on. I'm not moving on. So, anyways, I'm not going to unsubscribe from them. Maybe someday. I mean, you always know who they are anyways. Go back when you're ready. But I don't know. I was just wondering. I thought I got to jump on here with my little coffee cup, which, reminding everybody, I got this at the dollar store. Find your happy place. We need to do that because the goal right now is to not deny our feelings, express how we're feeling, keep, lean into our intuition, honor that intuition. I'm not, stay, now, grieve as long as you need to. Find support here, anywhere. Take care of yourself. That's the key. You got to take care of yourself. So, and then we'll see where to go next. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's denial for me. I don't think it's, get over it type of attitude. That's not what this community is for at all. So I don't know. It's interesting. I just thought I can't even literally stomach it. I can literally not listen to them talk because they're all acting like, okay. They're disturbed, but they're acting. Obviously, I have more left wing, democratic, kind people, basically. Sorry. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Because I do have people in this community, you guys, who don't have the same political views. And I find that very different. No one really knows what my political views are because and I just don't understand. Well, that's okay. We're going to talk about that another time. But there are people in this community who probably want to be welcome, that are totally welcome in this community. Have one person had commented and said they had different political views. And I'm like, that's totally fine because different perspectives are amazing. But we have to allow this community to grieve, to heal, to process. It's about processing with me, for me. So obviously this is a Democratic community, or those who, might find themselves here because they didn't realize, you know what I mean? To me, that's not, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with the whole like political views, oh, what? Kindness towards people, treating people, equal. And I have said in many videos, I am all about fiscal responsibility. And by the way, for folks who are on the other side, it is the Democrats. The Democrats are the ones who believe in more fiscal responsibility than the Republicans do. If you understood history, you would know that. There is stats on this. When the Democrats are in the White House, the economy thrives. The economy has been thriving, and they don't know that because people have been pounding it into their heads. There's inflation everywhere, and that was caused by the pandemic. It wasn't caused by the Biden administration. Every single time the Dems are in the White House, the economy is better. And then when the Republicans get in, I don't know if it's every time, but the stats are high, we have a recession. So I don't even know what my point is anymore. I'm just blabbing. So anyways, it had to do with political views. So I started, I guess the whole thing kind of comes together. But it's not even about political views. Oh my gosh. It's just about human kindness. You're just using our brains, common sense. Everybody who voted for him just voted against their own interests, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. And you know what? We're going to start hearing them realize it, that they know, that we're going to start realizing it. And then we're going to have to sit back from a spiritual perspective and say, am I allowed to say, I told you so? You know what I mean? That's like the ego, the ego perspective wants to do that. I feel like I should drink my coffee every once in a while instead of just holding my cup like this. Does anybody else have coffee at 4 in the afternoon? It's actually 4:40. I can have coffee at 7 p.m. at night and still go to sleep and sleep pretty well, actually. So I'm just holding it here so you're reminded to find your happy place. All right. It's been so wonderful having you guys here. I had no idea this was and I will do an intro video soon. Someone had asked me about that. In fact, I would never even say my name usually in the videos. So I said it in the beginning of this one. But I will do an intro video soon, because we have a membership we're hoping to have started on Sunday. So, and we're going to have an early bird. We're going to have like a Black Friday price until December. And so like the price will go up in December for the membership, and it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be really cool inside, because there's more things that I feel comfortable, especially with the dowsing rods and going live and stuff like that inside the membership, that will just be in there. And we'll try to keep it as reasonably priced for everybody as possible. I think you can do like gifting memberships to people. I've heard that. We're looking into that. I've heard people say, oh, thanks for gifting. I don't know how that works, but so I'm hoping like people will be able to do that who can afford it for other people. Plus we'll be gifting people who can't afford it. So don't worry if, you're really struggling financially, and you want to be a part of the community. We'll just, we'll work that out. We'll figure out ways to do that. So, because that's not what it's about. I mean, we want to, get paid for our time and, the support we have to do. We might have to hire some people, that kind of thing. So, but I don't want anybody to not feel a part of the community. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. Awesome. Have a good one. Until the next time. If you haven't, it would be great if you subscribe, because it would support the channel. Thumbs up, comment. I'd love to hear. Of course, I always want to hear what you say. I'm loving the conversations. And it's whether you hear back from me or not. Like I try to respond to like the first 20 comments just, and then it gets a little overwhelming and I have to save my energy, but um I am so confident that all the conversation, the comments that people are making are going to help so many people. It's just going to help so many people. And I want you to know that my approach to anyone who gloats about Trump winning, my response back to them has been, well, while I'm glad that you feel, this is time to celebrate for you, this community is grieving. So I think I can't remember what I said after that. So, you do you or something. But this is not a place for that. That's not a place for that. It's inappropriate. I would never do that. I would never do that to my I would never do that if the Dems had come out right now on top. And that's what I'm going to say right now. I would never have done that. I've never done that in my entire life. It's said back to, the other party. And why you would do that now during this one was so controversial, So anyways, lots of lessons to learn, right? Okay. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.